Hey guys, it's Terry here with your daily check-in and energetic vibrational reminder. How is your heart today? I woke up feeling meh, and I couldn't identify what meh meant. And oftentimes, whenever we have some sort of feeling that we can't identify, it can be a little confusing, right? And not just confusing, but energetically speaking, we don't necessarily know what the frequency is that we are emitting. And everything that we are emitting is what we will bring to us, right? Because we are electromagnetic beings. So we have all these frequencies and light waves and particles and density and all these things. So I woke up in density, in an emotion of density, and I didn't know what it was. Mel Robbins has this really great word wheel, cannot talk. And I often find myself being unable to articulate my feelings. I have the feelings, but the very, very younger part of myself, little Terrie, that is experiencing this emotion didn't necessarily have the ability to talk or have the words to communicate. So oftentimes when little Terrie is triggered or set off, she does not have the words, right? So big Terrie, adult Terrie, has to come in and help her, right? So energetically speaking, I couldn't identify what information was on these density waves that I woke up feeling. And so I whipped out my word wheel, which, by the way, I will post an image of it after this video, so it'll be at the end of the video. And it's been such a lifesaver, because what happens is as soon as we are able to identify whatever feeling we're having that produces this energy in motion, we can help either redirect that energy or disperse that energy, right? So I woke up and I was feeling and there was a touch of sadness, I think. I think that's what it was. And then I whipped out my word wheel and I looked up sadness, because that was the most thing that I can identify with sadness. And then I was able to look even further and deeper and figure out that I was feeling disappointed and hurt. Now, disappointed and hurt is way deeper, and it's way more articulate, and it's way more specific with the energetic frequencies than just sadness, right? As soon as I was able to identify what I was feeling, I was like, okay, this is right. Now I know what I'm feeling. Then, as an empath, I had to discern whether it was mine or not. So I sat there and I said, okay, are these feelings of disappointment and hurt mine, or were they someone else's? And they didn't go away. Usually when they are someone else's, as soon as you are able to identify the specific frequency that your energy is calibrated with, it dissipates. But this didn't dissipate, so I knew it was mine. And so then I did do a quick little review just for myself. I don't like to get so deep into it. It's just more important to know that I'm having this emotion, right? This is how the feeling is responding or reacting or calibrating with my electromagnetic field. But I was able to sort of go back and identify, oh, it's because I got triggered from something that I saw on Facebook. And so I said, okay, to myself, okay. And I gave myself a little kudos, like, good girl, Terrie, good little Terrie, for being able to identify what was going on. Because once you know something, then you can manage something, right? Because if you don't know something, you can't manage something. So this is my process that I'm sharing with you, how I changed my energy. So I went ahead and I did a release, an energetic release. There are certain meridian points on your body that you can touch, certain areas where if you put some pressure on them, you can release the built up energy around those emotions, right? So I did my little release and I felt much better. And for me, most of the time, whenever I'm feeling some sort of density, I feel it in my solar plexus, which is my place of power, right? So by me feeling hurt and disappointed, it was showing up in my solar plexus energy center. So I knew that those frequencies were affecting that part of my body and everything that goes on, all of the survival hormones that are being released and secreted in those areas. So I did my little release and I was able to let go of that. Then what I did was I grounded myself by doing something human, right? Something human. So I made some coffee and that's what I did. So that was my process. And the reason why I'm sharing this with you is not to just say, hey, do this. No, I'm one of these people. I'm an experiential learner. Not everybody can just learn by reading in a book. Some people have to read a book and experience things, right? So I wanted to share my process with you of how I get myself out of density in those moments, because the reality is in that moment when I'm experiencing density, that is the energy that I am putting out, right? So I will get situations and people reflecting that density back to me. So I will consistently be put into situations where I would feel disappointed and hurt until I took the responsibility myself to shift and change that energetic frequency. Now, I've been doing this long enough that I can do this. I need help with the articulation of identifying the emotions, which is where that word wheel kind of saves my life. I'm a very feely person. So for me, I needed to put words to what I was feeling, right? But really, it's all about how are we feeling, because that is going to be our point of experience in this life, right? So it's super important to know how you are feeling. It is. I can't sugarcoat that for you. I can't bullshit that on you. You can't love and light your way through this. This is like human earth work that needs to be done so that you can do your light work. Yes, you have to get your energy into alignment. And it took a minute for me to do this. It took longer than a minute. But I'm just saying it took a beat. I had to stop and I had to collect myself. And even more so, I had to be authentic with myself. I couldn't bullshit my way through this. I had to really sit there and say, okay, what is going on here? So I know that what I'm sharing with you might be hard for you to do at first, but that's why I work with people. I teach them how to do this, and they learn how to manage, regulate, balance their own energy as well. You see, so in order to move through life, we can't wait for things to happen or situations to change so that we can have a response to them. We have to cause that response ourselves. So we're not going to sit here through life of doing cause and effect. We have to cause an effect, right? So I needed to shift and change my energy in order for me not to carry that density all the way around me, right? I've got work to do today with my clients, right? I can't sit there and be like, right? How am I being of service to them? How am I helping them, right? So it's really important to do these checks on yourself. How are you feeling? So when I'm asking you, how is your heart? Start asking your heart, how is it, right? So this is the earth work. This is the earth work through energetic shifting. Okay, guys? If you have any questions, please feel free to reach out to me. If you want to work with me so that I can teach you how to do this on your own, I'd be happy to work with you. Not a problem. Just reach out to me. and we can set up a complimentary consultation. We can get on the phone and chat. You can check me out at terriehuberman.com. Go to the intuitive coaching package section, because by doing this energy shift, you are able to drop resistance and reach your goals. I don't want to be stuck. I don't know about you. I'm already isolated in quarantine. That's stuck enough, if you ask me. I don't need to be stuck on my way to my goals. All right, guys. All right. What am I always saying to you? Stay connected. Stay connected to your friends and family. Stay connected to yourself. And of course, you can stay connected to me. And I'll see you on the flip side.